Hello everybody, Digfig here. Welcome back to some more of the Outer Worlds Perils on Gorgon. We're actually leaving Gorgon and we're heading back to Terra 2, Venezia. Because for whatever reason they're taking us out. I mean, they got a whole world to use, so I am glad they do use it for the expansion.
Request from Ambrose Manor.
Okay. Giskama wants an update, patch her through.
Captain, imagine my surprise when I saw the Unreliable leaving Gorgon with so much urgency and purpose. Tell me you found Mother's journal. I'm positively dying for good news.
Not yet. Someone warned me to stay away from Gorgon, then locked the place down. Not yet. Your mother's office has been sealed tight. I found a lot of shady corporate intrigue. What do you want, phone? When I find it, you'll be the second to know.
Someone? You mean someone still has access to the facility? Oh, after all this time. Who was it?
I have no idea. It could be an ancient from Spacer's Choice who doesn't appreciate spies. Someone with an old grudge would be my guess. We didn't have a chance to exchange pleasantries.
Of course.
Oh, number one.
They know you're on the case and they're scrambling to cover their tracks. Good thinking, Captain. Make sure you have eyes on the back of your head. I doubt we've seen the last of this human vexation. If I know Spacer's Choice, getting past the lockdown will be more complicated than just hitting a big red button. You'll need authorization, and layers of it.
Oh, I'll get it. Are you familiar with Gorgon's old research staff?
I seem to recall that Mother worked closely with Gorgon's R&D personnel, but not close enough to invite them over for dinner and cocktails, if you get my meaning. By now, they'll have moved on with their lives. If only I could do the same.
Only. Did you know Gorgon was developing adrenaline all the time?
I knew Mother was involved with some important chemical trials, but I had no idea her pet project was adrenatime. Adrenatime is a working man's stimulant, like a caffeinoid. Very popular at launch, though the marketing quieted down over time.
Good. Were you where adrenaline created the marauders?
What? No. I mean, there's some very morbid wording in the fine print, but I had no idea adrenatime could make marauders out of people.
Well, it did.
That's it. That must be it. Spacer's Choice is keeping their dirty little secret about adrenatime off the record. We have to find Mother's journal. If we don't, then Spacer's Choice gets away with murder. I only
Lots
hope we
of
aren't too
murder.
late.
Countless accounts of murder. Oh, it's Spacer's Choice risk everything for a stimulant.
Adrenatime was touted as the working man's best friend. A drug that boosted productivity with no adverse effects. The promise of adrenatime cannot be overstated. Exhaustion and fatigue were supposed to be obsolete. Workplace accidents would be things of the past. For whatever reason, the drug never lived up to that promise.
Because it kills everyone. Could one drug really do all of that?
I don't know. And thanks to Spacer's Choice, we may never find out. I know that I'd like to see a colony where the promise of adrenatime was fulfilled. And I doubt I'm the only one.
What was that sound? No idea.
Thank you. I certainly ought to know what I'm doing. I spent years trying to break into pharmaceuticals, professionally speaking. Mother wouldn't hear of it. She didn't think I had the wit to succeed in her line of work. Safe travels. If your leads give you any trouble, be sure and give them some trouble back, yes?
Will do. Good advice. I'll keep that in mind. Be seeing you.
Ta!
Ah. I mean, she's a smart little cookie. Give her that.
We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
Cool. Thanks. Let's go. Bring your guns. Got a feeling this is not going to be super pretty or pleasant. Do all the YouTube stuff like subscribe, comment, the bell notification. Check out my Twitch stream. Watch all the content front to back. Number one thing you need to help a YouTuber. Oof, didn't get it down and tied on the loading screen. I'm going to have to work on that. And or well, why are you guys red? You guys, oh, is this whole place hostile to me still? What it seems like, that's gonna make this a bit more complicated. Okay then. kind of put him down. Very much so a Let's fast travel out here and get ourselves into a nice little brawl with some guards in this town, city folk. What's the worst that could happen? Hey, buddy. Yep. Nice hit, isn't it? Okay, then. Well, let's keep on moving. We got places to go, things to do. Yeah, everyone's running away in fear. I mean, I would too. We are just kind of murdering everybody. Well... no comments. Probably not as intended here, but you know, that's what they get for making us load this.
I know your face. You're wanted by the board.
Yes, I am.
Wow. You're a living, breathing outlaw. That is, until security outside gets their eyes on you, but let's not spoil the moment. If you're here for the annual Canid review, I'm afraid it's already over. Only thing going on behind those doors is good, old-fashioned lawful behavior.
I doubt it.
This greeting constitutes your confidentiality agreement. You hereby agree not to disclose the location or existence of these events. Thank you for cooperating.
Oh, okay. Candid Review, I don't know anything about Candid Review.
Exactly. You do catch on fast.
Ah, the quick thought.
Now then,
good job.
How can I help you?
Looking for what's with all the secrets. This place isn't exactly hard to
We
find.
find that our clients enjoy the appearance of participating in illegal activities. Secrecy contributes to a feeling of indecency.
It's true.
The Musgrave family collection was intended to be a gallery of fine art. And here we are, using this place to practice semi-legal canid shows. Scandalous, isn't it?
So scandalous. Receptionist was supposed to be out, or what happened?
That's privileged information. I really shouldn't tell you.
But I want to know. Persuade. Sure you can. I already agreed to your stupid confidential clause, remember?
That's a fair point. All right, I'll tell you. But just keep this between
Political
us.
loopholes.
The Musgraves own one of Earth's largest private collections of art and literature. They were going to have the entire collection shipped all the way to Halcyon. Unfortunately, that collection never arrived. We haven't heard anything from the delivery convoy, and there's some purely hypothetical concern that the collection might be, well...
lost, stolen, boring, lost.
I was going to say indefinitely delayed by unforeseen and unknowable circumstances, but yes. Let's go with that. Anyway, that's as much as I can tell you. Will there be anything else?
I'm looking for this
Mr.
person.
Mosley is indeed attending our event, although I am disappointed to discover he did not officially enter his canid Laplace into our competition. You should find Mr. Mosley just inside the prep room. Head inside and take the door to your left.
Cool, thanks. We got dog show. Put the weapons away. Already kind of killed everyone.
Easy.
Thanks for the stuff. We appreciate it. I'm glad you don't consider this stealing, because then I would have to murder you. We are outlaws afterwards. Ooh, that's pretty. Fancy ass hats on and stuff.
I hope this doesn't become a tradition. Not looking forward to the next.
This game is missing aliens. That's my determination right now. We just singing along to this little song here. Take a door up on my left. Look at all the cannons. If I killed all them, they would lose their shit. Hello, everybody. Just here to borrow some stuff. Ooh, can I loot all this? Yes, please. I'll just take it all. Now you line up a bag and scoop it all in anytime you want. I feel like the police would be like 100% alerting, surrounding the building, SWAT teams lined up. Ooh, you
Hey,
fancy.
Maverick Johnston's newest star. I've got a question for you. Do you know the interesting thing about canid shows?
No, I do not. Interesting thing, and I'm interested in anything involving Canada. It's a trick question. There isn't anything interesting. Oh.
So am I. Canids are a fascinating species, biologically speaking.
They are.
Mathematically speaking, the interesting thing about canid shows is this. They're an exercise in futility.
Why?
Winning is predetermined. Over time, the inevitable trend is that the race goes to the swift. Time and chance are just statistical outliers.
It's true.
In other words, if you put enough canids through enough trials, the one with the most optimal attributes generally wins. Exercise in futility.
I see. Why are you telling me this?
Oh, I've been told I should try to socialize more. Sharing an interesting
See,
fact
I
is a proven
understand
method
that.
of endearing oneself to a stranger.
Yeah, I understand.
I'm an actuary, you see. Well, not entirely. The actuarial sciences are more of a passion than a profession. So I suppose that makes me mostly an actuary. That's a bit of a family joke. I'm Clarence Mostly.
I get it. You're funny. I've been looking for you. You're the last known staff member on Project Gorgon.
Yes, that's us. Mostly oak trees, too. My grandfather invented them, you know. Well, no, he didn't invent mostly oaks, but he did purchase the naming rights back during the terraforming days. It's essentially the same thing.
It's not, but if you say it is, then I guess it must be. I've been looking for you.
Oh. Then you're not here about my monograph.
Nope.
It's true. I was involved with Project Gorgon, but that chapter of my life is long since closed.
Just reopened it.
I don't know what you want with Gorgon or with me, but let me give you some free advice, Let the past go. Live in the moment. Enjoy the party.
Well, that's not going to happen. Intimidate. You want to keep living in the moment. Show me how to lift the emergency lockdown.
I was wondering if you were the sort of person to accept sensible advice or respond with threats of violence. Thank you for resolving that ambiguity for me.
No problem.
Lifting the lockdown won't be easy. You'll need to send overrides from the chem lab and human inquiry. I don't have that level of clearance, but I know two people who do. The trouble is, I don't know you. I don't trust you. I washed my hands of Gorgon, and you're asking me to dirty them all over again. I'm going to need a good reason.
Oh, intimidate. How is this for a reason? I'm really heavily armed, walls.
Why are you going through all of this trouble for a journal? Actually,
Good
don't
question.
tell me. I'd like to maintain plausible deniability.
That's what I thought, buddy.
I want a favor from you. Do something for me, and I'll do something for you. That way, we don't have to rely on mutual trust.
Touché.
The grand prize trophy to the Canid Review. I want it in my hands. Get me that trophy, and I'll give you the remaining researchers. Names, locations, as much information as I have.
Okay. Pretty sure the camera review is over.
Yes, but the winner is still in deliberation. Committee won't deliver a result for another 6 to 8 weeks. Bureaucracy.
Oh, wow.
The trophy's being held in a vault at the other end of this hall. Find a way inside, disable any security, lift, carry, deliver. Simple as that.
Okay. You want me to steal it for you? What's so important about this
My
trophy?
canid, Laplace, is statistically superior to every other canid in this review. Better average sprinting time, superior gait coefficient, optimal anatomical symmetry. I didn't bother entering little Laplace in this pointless contest. He's already won on paper, you see. That trophy rightfully belongs to him.
Okay. One way to look at. That might be the most bizarre. It's true.
Oh, you're much too kind. Does this mean you'll do it?
Yeah, I mean, of course I'll do it. I'll be back with the trophy.
Head into the main hall and take the elevator down into the maintenance tunnels. You'll find a service passage that leads up into the trophy room. The maintenance tunnel is the only way up into the trophy room. Some technician barred the door shut on our end. Ask Tilda Coatsworth about it, over by the podium.
There was something else. So I found this eye.
My eye! I was wondering where I'd misplaced that old thing. It's perfectly preserved, you know. Every eye possesses unique dimensions, not unlike a fingerprint. The circumference, the shape, the color of the iris.
I know.
An eye makes excellent proof of identification, assuming you don't mind removing one.
So how'd you lose your eye? Here, take grab back. I don't want this thing in my pocket.
I'd rather not get into the details. If Spacer's Choice ever asks you to test out their new model of monocle, just say no. Well, that's rather responsible of you. I'll put a good word in your permanent record.
Thank you.
What's on your mind?
Can you tell me about the
At
project?
the moment, nothing. I have a one-track mind. I can't stop. You get me that...
Okay. Get you the trophy.
Oh, just hear me out.
Hey guys, don't mind me. Gotta borrow your bit cartridges. That's right, I'm reaching my long ass arm through here. Fine, get those from the inside. Barred the door from our side. Door is barred, like they told me. Bet someone down here knew something. Wealthy citizens. Maybe they're in here. Big elevator. Guns out. No idea what we're walking into. Thanks for all the bits. We are big fans of bits.
That's clever. I got your back. Don't mess with us.
Security dispatched. Easy peasy. Lime and squeezy. Robots, not a big fan of electrical rounds. Tell you what. Supposed to be able to stealth this, but I mean. Ignition's key card needed. Kinda not about that thing. Where would a technician's key card be? Fine on this guy. Technician's key card. Down here, approved tech kit. Fiddling with trophies, another kit.
Great work.
Oh, thanks. That was great work too. Did get the technician's key card. Assuming that disables security. These can show signs of domestic and extensive grooming. What the fuck?
Impressive, as always.
Someone take things a bit too far, but isn't that the name of the game? Just always taking a few steps too far. Gun away, come over here. Get a good shot of those. Yeah, that should be a good shot. Yeah, halfway decent thumbnail maybe. Did loot those two. You had a pad next to you. Installation log completed. Schedule annual sanitation repair. Mars family vault. Applied ketapine, scented flavor wax. appraised area inaccurate with magnesium standards. Seaboard, blah, blah, blah. Relocated, guarded, installed 1 anti-dissonant automechanicals in order to ensure moral and civil hygiene. No tampering with, altering, or otherwise disabling moral hygiene. Automechanicals is strictly prohibited under border regulations. Delivered complimentary mint. Cool. Well, they're already dead. Guess I'm not going to worry myself too much about that. The elevator's actually in this room. Oh, hey, look, a champion tossball stick and some more loot that I missed. Some other artifacts of unknown origin. Don't mind me, everyone. I'm gonna stealth this. I feel like going into a glass display case with the trophy with everyone watching is a bad idea. Really? $150 to open that thing. Gosh darn it.
If there's one thing I've learned traveling with you, it's that theft is but a state of mind.
It's true. Ain't no one gonna notice. How do we get into you? I want that thing. I want to know what it is or what's special about it. Guns away, we're just peaceful folk walking out of a building we're not supposed to be in. No one saw nothing. Trophy's not missing, it's fine. Just taking it for cleaning. Not a big deal.
You don't have to be scared of these capes. I'll fix you right up!
Well, I didn't mean to do that to her. Load game. Oh, I just don't know where this is. I screwed up. Okay, it's here. That's fine. I'm okay with that. Gone away. I'm just gonna walk out of here peacefully. Don't smash her with the hammer this time.
You don't have to be scared of these canids, Captain. I don't think they're gonna hurt you.
I'm not afraid. I just want to know how to get into that safe. Not her. Huh.
At least the drinks are nice. They even scratched off
No,
the
it's
one
him either.
just like real contraband.
Whatever. Just run away.
You know, the careers of 9 out of 13 actors end after their debut serial. Enjoy the fame while it lasts.
Oh, I'm trying to, my friend. Today's your lucky day, Clarence. I got the trophy for you. Found a bunch of dead canids.
Dead canids in the service tunnels. Domesticated canids? Why, that's utterly revolting.
Telling me you had nothing to do with this?
My dear friend, I would not dream of hurting a canid. Every canid, regardless of their physical attributes, is a companion to their master. To kill a companion is a profound and unforgivable breach of trust. I'm glad I chose not to participate in this loathsome canid review. I will, however, take their trophy.
Of course you would take the trophy. Today's your lucky day, Clarence. I got your trophy.
My trophy! Look at this thing. Have you ever seen a more garish monument to the boredom of the elite?
Technically,
If
no.
only Grandfather Mostly were alive today, I would have loved to wave this trophy right in front of his cataracts. I hope you won't take it personally when I say I had my doubts about you. Nothing ever gets done in Byzantium, you see. Competent work is, well, a statistical anomaly.
Oh, don't worry, I get you done. I keep my end of the bargain. I expect you to keep yours.
Lifting the emergency lockdown requires overrides from the Chem
What's
Lab
that?
and Human Inquiry. Access to those facilities requires authorizations from 2 senior-level researchers. Marion Blakesley, Jasper Lowe. They went into hiding after the project collapsed. but I've managed to calculate their last known whereabouts within a reasonable margin of error.
Okay, science. Trying to figure out the location. Show me your math.
I see you're familiar with my technique. I'd love to show you my numbers, but there aren't nearly enough napkins in this room.
I'll get you a whiteboard.
After the project shut down, I had to keep my mind occupied. I worked on my actuarial tables, calculated the average lifespan of a spacer's choice worker, that sort of thing. I realized some of the researchers had to be alive. I ran some numbers, did a little research, and concluded that the two most likely survivors are Marion Blakesley and Jasper Lowe.
You haven't been able to let go of the projects either.
Nonsense. I just needed a good old-fashioned statistical problem to busy my mind. Keeps the faculties lubricated.
Does it now? Work fortifies the spirit, isn't that right, Vakar? These two researchers the only survivors. 3?
As far as I know, Jasper Lowe and Marion Blakesley are the only two surviving researchers with high-level clearance. If you want to lift the lockdown on the manufactory, you'll need to send an override from the Chem Lab and Human Inquiry. I'm afraid it's the only way.
But you keep saying. Number 1.
I'll tell you what I can.
What do I need to know about Martyr and Blaker?
Dr. Marion Blakesley supervised the Human Inquiry and Auditing Facility. Live subjects, measuring tape and syringes, that sort of thing. Someone sabotaged the facility. Blakesley tendered her resignation and vanished. I'm reasonably certain she's hiding in a maintenance bay on Groundbreaker.
You sure it was sabotage?
Well, with Spacer's choice equipment, who even knows? Dr. Blakesley tendered her resignation lawfully, but under suspicious circumstances. If you want to know more, you'd best ask her yourself.
Okay. What about Jasper Lowe guy?
Dr. Lowe described himself as a dazzling genius in his review. I disagreed. Of the 19 criteria that constitute the rubric of genius, Dr. Lowe only met 15. After the project shut down, corporate traded him off to Auntie Cleo in exchange for 5 lab coats. He's been transferred to an orbital lab around Olympus.
Interesting. Wow, you must have been some fancy lab coats.
Oh dear. How do I explain this without using too many syllables? Lab coats means scientists. It's a colloquial... It's slang. Let's get back on topic.
Okay, my
You'll
bad.
find Dr. Lowe in an orbital lab around Olympus.
Before we go, is
Certainly.
there anything else?
What's on your mind?
You tell me on Project Gorgon.
Let's try to keep it down, shall we? At least pretend we're being discreet?
But we're not.
There's not a lot about Project Gorgon I can tell you. I know that's not what you wanted to hear, but I closed that chapter in my life. I've moved on.
Wait, I promise I'm not looking for any trouble, just information.
Look, don't tell anyone I said this. But if there's anything I've learned by living in Byzantium, it's this. If you go looking for the truth, you are looking for trouble. All right. Ask your questions. And then if you don't mind, don't mention Project Gorgon anywhere near me again.
Well, you must have left for a reason.
It's complicated. I'll be honest, I didn't join Project Gorgon because I wanted to satisfy my intellectual curiosity. I was courting the daughter of a Spacer's Choice family. We were a mathematically congruent match, you see. I had the proofs all written out and everything.
So what exactly went wrong?
Project Gorgon was designed to change the life of every worker on Halcyon. We weren't just building a product, we were trying to build a society. How many workers call Halcyon their home? What do they eat and when? How long do they sleep? How hard do they work? What are their most productive years? When do their organs begin to fail? That's the nature of my work. I study human life in order to determine its value. Jewelers appraise diamonds, and I appraise people.
I see. You can't break someone's down in an equation. People are numbers.
Of course you can. You can break the entire universe down into numbers and statistics. Human
True.
beings are as much a part of the universe as weather patterns and orbital mechanics.
Forgive me, Mr. Mosley, if I seem awestruck. I've not heard so many profoundly incorrect statements uttered in a single breath since I myself spouted them.
A vicar with a sense of humor. There's a statistical outlier.
The name mean anything
Minnie
to you?
Ambrose. Oh, Olivia's brat. Ambitious, but like the rest of her family, irrelevant. She tried following her mother's example, failed, and if she ever tried again, I couldn't tell you. The name Ambrose doesn't mean anything to me anymore, or to anyone halfway respectable. The Ambroses are, how do I put this politely? Obsolete.
Why? What happened?
A family's name is only as strong as its enterprise. The Musgraves have Rizzos, and the Schylers have Auntie Cleo, and so we show those names the respect they deserve. The Ambrose name was associated with Project Gorgon. The project died, and so the Ambrose name died with it. That's just the way the game is played.
It's true. What exactly went wrong?
Everything. Every project has a margin of failure. We expect setbacks, complications, delays. Project Gorgon experienced a cascade failure. One mistake precipitated another, and another, and another. The labs failed to develop a safe drug. Human Inquiry failed to perform their tests responsibly. An unsafe drug tested on unhealthy subjects by irresponsible supervisors. That's Project Gorgon.
It doesn't seem like a good combo at all.
I know. Project Gorgon was a failure of leadership. Leadership to which I belonged. I should have pushed for stricter supervision. We gave the other departments too much freedom and not enough oversight. Spare the rod, spoil the servant.
True. The project fell apart and the test subject became marauders.
Anarchy is not a crime. It is a symptom. The undisciplined workplace secretes anarchy the way our glands secrete enzymes. It's a principle of science. Sabotage came first. The chem lab, human inquiry, even my own office. Sabotage broke the discipline of our workplace, leading to confusion, leading to escaped subjects, leading to anarchy.
Staff roles that are missing, you are the only one wearing a tracker.
No one appreciates the value of good data. The holistic surveillance device I wear is an invaluable tool, gathering data on all my day-to-day activities. My former colleagues can go into hiding and live in ignorance for all I care. I prefer the self-examined life.
Touché. No more questions then.